All right, here we're looking at the lily after 8. You can see these things are in bud right now. They're pretty big though. You should get some color real soon out of these. Now's a real good time to bring those in. You can show off all that color on your lot. Right next to that you have Rose Lily Natalia. These things are in bud and bloom. Again, it's a great time to bring them in while they still have some flowers left and show them off on your lot there. And right next to that, that big block, that would be Sunny Azores. They're still a little bit tighter bud, but it won't be long before they're showing some color as well. Lilies, order them. Here you're looking at Sedum Flaming Carpet. As you can see, these things are can full, and we got a ton of these. This is that fun sedum that you get a few different colors out of because you have a few different plants inside there. It's a fun little ground cover to add to your sedum collection. It's a little bit different than most. Right, here we're looking at our never-ending series of daylily. We're looking at Rosy Ruffles, never-ending Yellow Parfait, never-ending Pink Parfait, and there's a handful of varieties back there. All of these look awesome right now. They're nice and full. They're in bud and bloom. They're showing awesome color, and you're going to get a lot of bloom time out of these things. Kind of like the Stella, maybe even better, if you can believe that, because Stella is a standard for tried and true and a great daylily. These are even better than that. Check these out, the Tiny Nugget Lilies. These things are showing awesome color right now, and there's still a lot of buds to follow. You're looking at that awesome yellow-orange color with those red specks in the middle. These things are great. Here you're looking at Tiny Poems, another great lily with really unique color. Check out, it almost has a black center to it with the pink tips on the petals there. It's a really nice looking one in bud and bloom right now. All right, here we have Coreopsis Cream Caramel. Take a look at these guys. We got a huge crop here. It's a very consistent crop, looking at probably 10-12 inches in height. These are all budded right now. If I zoom in a little bit, you'll see a couple of flowers here and there. Don't get super excited by those yet because we're still a little bit a ways, but they're budded and you'll certainly get some flowers sooner rather than later. All right, take a look at this Artemisia Powis Castle. It's in there taking a bath right now, getting some water so it stays nice and healthy. These things are nice and full right now. Can full, even fuller than that. Got that awesome feathery foliage for you and your customers to enjoy. Leucanthemum Becky. Here's a nice standard Shasta daisy. This thing's super cool because of the height you get out of it. And as you can see, I'll zoom in a little bit. You can see some of those buds. You're getting a lot of buds on these things now. It's a really good time to bring these in and let them flower up on your shelves so you can show the customer what an awesome flower this thing has. Plumbago. These things look great right now. You can see they're super full, getting a little bit of height out of them. Maybe 6 inches or so. They're can full. Nice and thick, not really budding yet, but I think if you were to ask me, this is a nice ground cover with nice foliage, and then you're going to get that awesome blue flower coming in the summertime. Sedum Caudicola. These things, as they have been for I don't know how many weeks now, nice and can full, really consistent looking crop, showing those awesome colors of blue and green and purple. This is a great ground cover for the sun, as everybody knows, but it's a really nice hardy little ground cover, something unique, you know, different from your standard leafy ground covers. This is a fun little succulent to have. Here we're looking at Victorian Secret Leucanthemum. You can see these guys are in bud and bloom, mostly buds, but it's pretty close to bud and bloom on every pot here. If you don't get any with flowers, it won't be long before you do. Take a look at some of these flowers. They're kind of unique in that it's almost a double flower. Not that typical daisy looking flower that you get on it. It has ruffled edges to it and that yellow center tucked hiding in the middle there. Leucanthemum Victorian Secret. Leucanthemum Daisy May, same thing, bud and bloom. Look at all the flowers starting to pop on these things, and look at all those buds that are going to follow. There's a whole lot of flowers that you're going to get out of these. These things are really consistent. They're standing a good 10 inches tall and more than can full. You can't go wrong ordering these things. Looking at Sedum Mr. Goodbud. These guys are nice and full, probably about 8 inches tall. Nice and thick. The foliage is really starting to show off right now. You're still a little ways away from the flower, but that's one of the great things about Sedum, man. It's not all about the flower. It has really nice foliage for you to enjoy while it's not in bloom. Here we're looking at the red barren grass, or Japanese bloodgrass as it's called. You can see this is a nice consistent crop. They're standing probably good 10-12 inches tall, every single one of these. We got a whole lot of them. Very consistent crop. Order some today. Okay, Nafofia pineapple popsicle. Check out these guys, man. It's really tall. Grassy looking right now, but that's just their foliage, man. These things look really good. Standing probably a good 18 to 24 inches tall, if not even some of these a little bit taller. Won't be long before you get those really cool flowers to them. Not blooming yet, but these things are great to have in the garden center right now. Let them bloom on your yard, or even better, in somebody else's. Achillea Sunny Seduction, our yarrow yellow. These guys are looking awesome right now. You're getting a nice height out of them, and they're nice and full. They're budded right now, not quite blooming yet, but you know, let me zoom in here. Take a look at these. It won't be too long before you start getting that awesome yellow flower out of them. But just look at this crop. Really full, really consistent. It's a great plant to have right now. Chrysonogum virginianum. I'm hoping I pronounced that right. I'm guessing I'm not. But with that said, these things look awesome right now. They're can full, showing lots of flowers to them. That awesome yellow flower. It's a nice low grower. It's a good time to order these. Get them now. Echinacea Purple Magnus. Take a look at these guys. They're looking really nice right now. Look at this huge crop. It goes all the way back. These are all very consistent, nice and full. You're looking at 12, 15 inches in height. I can even zoom in on one flower there, but for the most part, these are budding. It won't be too long before you start getting some flowers out of those. So these things look really good right now. Coreopsis Zagreb. Take a look at these guys, starting to show their color. In bud, in bloom right now. Still not a ton of flowers, more buds in bloom, but I would say these are bud and bloom. You're getting really nice height out of these, nice full cans, and you know, that nice thread leaf Coreopsis Zagreb's pretty standard, nice standard yellow. It's a great plant, you can't go wrong with it. So here we're looking at Elephantine. This is a great little ground cover. What's really neat about these are it's one of those perfect plants for a fairy garden, and it's also very cool. I've seen these in past before. You can use these and walk on them. It's a steppable, so don't be afraid to plant these along a pathway or something like that, and use them just to walk all over. It's a great little plant. Coreopsis Sienna Sunset. Take a look at these guys. Man, there are a ton of buds on these. It's all very consistent, very full. Probably looking at 10, 12 inches on these. Probably closer to 10, sorry. About 10 inches or so on these. Lots of buds. You're going to be getting a ton of those nice light orange flowers coming up in not too long of a time here. It's a great time to order these. Cicerincum lucerne. Take a look at these. Showing a ton of color as they have been for the past few weeks. These guys look great right now. Tons and tons of those orange, or I'm sorry, purple flowers with the yellow centers. You get a nice long bloom time out of these. I think this is something that's very cool by a water feature. Can be used as a sub maybe for an iris or even a grass to give you some color in a grassy area. Order these today. Coreopsis creme brulee. These things look fantastic as well. Kind of like most of our Coreopsis right now, especially those thread leaves. More budded than bloomed, but won't be long before you get some of those nice flowers. That creme brulee is known for that soft yellow flower, and as you can see as I zoom in on some of these, you're going to be getting a ton of those yellow flowers. So order these, put them on your shelves, let them bloom out there and look awesome for all your customers. Coreopsis Big Bang Mercury Rising. These things are still a little bit tightly budded, but a ton of buds at that, so it won't be long before you get some of those nice red flowers. I even see one peeking out back there, maybe you can see it. But these have that awesome red velvety flower with the yellow center. And again, just like all the others, get them on your shelves now, and this way you can show off all that color to your customers. Hasta Liberty. Take a look at these awesome yellow and green variegated plants. They're nice and full, no real buds or anything quite like that yet, but that's one of those cool things about a hosta. It's more of a foliage plant anyways, so it's just a bonus when you get a flower and a bud and a bloom. So order these today. All right, I'm standing right in front of Hosta First Frost. You can see these guys are awesome too. Similar in it has the yellow and green variegated foliage to it, but it's a little bit thinner on the margins, and it's a little bit, maybe a tiny bit bluer on the inside, but it's still a really nice hosta. No buds or blooms yet, but again, it's a hosta, nice can full, have that awesome foliage to sell. Key West hosta right in front of me, looking at that nice yellowish gold foliage. What's nice about these is when they do have that color, it handles the sun a little bit better, so you don't need so much shade for these things to thrive. You can see that they're starting to bud right now, and it won't be long before you get a nice flower out of these. Hosta Key West sounds nice anytime. Hosta drinking gourd. These things are a whole lot of fun just because of the leaf shape, which is where it gets its name from. You can almost pour yourself a nice little cocktail in that leaf there and drink it right out of it. These guys are in bud right now. Won't be too long before you get some flowers out of it. And if I could get back there to the Hosta Old Glory, you can see that crop looks really awesome as well, with the awesome green and yellow foliage. You can see all those spikes of buds starting to pop. Those things are getting real close to flower, so it won't be too long before you get that nice purple flower. Hosta Prairie Sky. Take a look at this crop, man. This is fantastic. Every one of these looks exactly the same. It's a nice consistent crop, nice full cans, a little bit of a light blue colored foliage. No buds or anything yet, but you still got a really nice looking plant. Okay, we're looking at Sedum Lime Zinger. I know it's a little bit hard to see. I apologize about that in the sun and shade here, but these guys are can full, maybe even a little bit bigger than that. And the size of these leaves are looking pretty awesome. I mean, they're a good half inch for this little ground cover. It has a really neat looking foliage. Got that nice pink red edging to it, the purplish leaves below, and this is a great sedum ground cover. Okay, a yellow bouquet. Check these things out. They're nice and can full. You can see a few buds starting to pop, even a few flowers, but don't count on them just yet. You still got some buds, but it's a really nice looking plant, nice rounded habit to them, and that soft green foliage. Geranium Roseanne. These guys, look at this crop. We got a ton of these. They are in bud and bloom, showing a whole lot of awesome color. We got that really nice darker green foliage too that keeps its shape. It doesn't get too leggy or anything like that. It's a really nice looking plant. I believe that these are on our Red Hot Specials list as well. Order some today. Coreopsis Little Bang Red Elf. Check these things out, man. They are showing a ton of color and a ton of buds. You're going to get a whole lot of flowers out of these for a nice period of time too, because Coreopsis has a pretty decent bloom time to them. And these are all can full, nice height, very consistent. You should order these today. Leucanthemum Whoopsie-Daisy. Look at these. These are in the Plants That Work program. These things look fantastic. Check out this crop. It's almost, you could just drop a board on top of these. These are so consistent in height and size. Nice full cans, nice buds, lots of flowers. You're going to get lots of flowers for these for a while to come here. There's a ton of buds out there right behind all these flowers. Liatris spicata. Check these things out. This is an awesome native perennial. You're getting some nice height to these already. These things will get a few feet tall for you. Right now you're only looking at about 18 inches or so, but not quite to bud yet, so it's still a little ways from blooming, but still really great, neat native perennial. Order some today. Crocosmia lucifer. These are a great plant, one of my favorites, man. These things are looking really good right now. You're still going to get a lot more height out of them. I'd say right now you're probably looking at 15 inches or so, but these are nice full plants. Not really budding. I mean, it's a ways before they do that, but I still think it's a really neat looking plant. And you know, once you get this thing in your shop and they do start to get to the part where they start budding, you're gonna have a really awesome plant. You get that really awesome red flower to it, and it's a great for attractor for hummingbirds. Here we're looking at Echinacea Cleopatra. Check these guys out. Got a lot of nice buds on them. Not totally fully budded yet, but we're getting some buds, getting some flowers here and there. Won't be long though before they all are budding and showing that nice yellow flower. Check these things out. It's really nice yellow Echinacea. Nice alternative to Rudbeckia, and great for those native landscapes. Echinacea Sombrero Sangrita. Check these out. They have a really nice color to them. These things are in bud and bloom. It's a really neat flower, really nice looking cone flower. Great color for your shop. Echinacea Kismet Raspberry. These guys are looking nice and full. Nice can full of plants. They're budding. Not all of them are budded, but you can see there are some random buds and blooms out there. But still, yet another great cone flower to add to your collection. Really nice raspberry colored flower. and those nice big leaves that you're used to seeing on something like a purpurary magnus. Echinacea Kismet Intense Orange. I can't think of a better adjective than intense. Check out the color on these things. And these are fantastic, showing a really awesome orange flower. I love these guys. And they are all in bud and bloom, so you're going to get a whole lot of color and a whole lot of it real soon. Put these on your shelves. All right, check out this group of Powwow Wild Berry. This is a nice pink cone flower. Powwow is becoming a little more popular. It's a nice little plant. These things are looking really nice right now. They're all bud and bloom, showing a whole lot of color, and there's a whole lot more color to follow. Order these today.